Hello and welcome in, beautiful soul. My name is Turquoise Moon and I'm here to do a pick a card reading for you today. We have pile number 1. We have Howlite. Pile number 2, we have Carnelian. Pile number 3, we have Citrine. And I've gone ahead and pulled some oracle cards here from a few different decks that stood out for me. I have not looked at these. And I am going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot also with each pile. And I'll shuffle those live as we do each pile. So this is intended to be a timeless reading, meaning whenever you find this in the future, it is the right message for you when you need it. More than one pile may resonate with you. And parts of a pile may and different pieces, but this is meant to be a collective reading, and so some of it's going to resonate and some of it's not. But go ahead and pick your pile, and we'll go ahead and get started with pile number 1. All right, pile number 1. Welcome in. All right, let's see what we have for you. We have exhaustion, master, crow spirit, co-create with spirit. And I pulled an empowering question, and it says, what is my worst fear? How does it limit my possibilities in life? All right. Well, there is definitely a lot of exhaustion and energy, and I can see why this Howlite came in. Howlite is a wonderful stone for calming you when you're stressed. It's a very peaceful stone, very calming, cooling energy. Oops, dropping tarot cards on the ground here. All right, let's see what we got. We have the 6 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the Fool, and the Death card. Okay. Well, pile number 1, what I am seeing for you here is that there is one fear that you have been running from at the subconscious level, maybe. Sometimes I think you're aware of what the fear is, and sometimes it just shows up in your world as a sort of a self-sabotaging behavior. Pushing really hard, pushing too hard. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling for you, pile number 1. You have been trying to push the boulder uphill for a really long time, and you're really exhausted. And what this message that Spirit has for you today, I love this. And I'm actually, you know what, I want to switch these two just for the visual of the fact that I love that the Death card and the Fool card came out together, because the Death card is the end of a tough cycle. That means that this thing that has been holding you back and stressing you out and robbing you of your joy and your energy, this thing is going to come to an end. And I really love the fact that the Fool card came out, because that's the new beginning. So those two are awesome. This 9 of Swords, she's showing me that this is what's been keeping you up at night. And when you address this thing, your sleep's going to improve. Just your general level of relaxation and inner peace is going to improve. And that's what this Master card is saying. That this is actually a way that you're going to learn how to master your own energy and like up level everything in your life all at one time, just by learning how to stop pushing so hard and allow help. First of all, you've got Spirit here. So your spirit guides are saying, hey, we want to help you, but you have to ask us. Angels and spirit guides, they can't just intervene in your life. You have to call them in, and you have to ask for their help, because there's some stuff that they're not allowed to just jump in and try to do for you. But they want to help you. You do have a team around you, so recognize that. And so delegate some of this out to whatever you are drawn to spiritually, that is the right thing for you. And that is what Crow is, whether you are part of a religion, whether you are highly spiritual, whether you are not spiritual at all, whether it's connected to nature, whatever it is for you, that you consider your source energy, that is what needs to be relied on now that I'm feeling. You need to relax into that. And then also try to clear your plate. I'm feeling like this is just too many things on the to-do list and too many obligations that have kind of gotten out of control, that things that you don't even want to do anymore, but you're doing them just because you feel obligated. Cut some of that stuff out. And when you do that, everything is going to start working together. I love the Six of Pentacles card because it's showing me how all of the areas of your life are going to start clicking in. So how do we find this one thing? How do we get to it? Well, the question is, what is my worst fear? So this message can mean a different and specific thing exactly for you. And this is a collective message, so it can mean different things to different people. And it might even mean a different thing when you come back at another time in the future. So what this card is saying is, what is that main thing that's keeping you up at night? Like, instead of running from it and instead of just keeping this same cycle going, let's just turn around and face this fear, this one thing. Let's just face it. Because when you do that, and it's almost like when you're a little kid, and you think that there's a monster, and it's, there's this big scary shadow up on the wall. But when you turn on the light, you realize that this little tiny toy is casting that shadow, and it's really something that's not scary at all. And that's the vibe that I'm getting from this, is that if we can just turn the light on this one fear, and just face it, then it is going to start dissipating, and your energy is going to just be better all around. This whole cycle is going to end, and you're going to end up just generally happier just because of facing that one thing. So you've got this, pile number one. Just sit with that question, lean into your heart and think, okay, what is this one thing? And just sometimes all you need to do is just look at an old situation with some fresh perspective. Sit down maybe with a journal and pick what your one fear is, and then just start looking at it from today's perspective, from who you are today. Because chances are, when you got this fear, when this thing started really bothering you and getting up into your energy field, you were a totally different person in a totally different place. You probably were even a small child, because most of our fears come from childhood. So if you can try to remember the earliest memory of the time when that thing bothered you, go back to the earliest one that you can remember, and then just try to gain some fresh perspective. Look at what has happened since then that has changed that thing for you, that maybe just hasn't been integrated all the way in yet. I'm feeling like this is the fix to this. Pile number one is literally that easy. Just turn the light on this thing and come up with a solution for how you can even make it 10% better. How can you even relieve 10% of that? Because if you can just get to that and intentionally try to take an action that's going to improve it just a little bit, this whole thing is going to just get so much better for you. And here you are over here with this happy energy. I love that for you. So there you go, pile number one. Go free yourself from that fear. I would like to thank you again for coming in, and I would love it if you like my videos, if you would hit the like and subscribe button. I have a brand new channel and I'm trying to get it launched. So I would love likes and comments and subscribes on my video. That really helps me out, and it encourages me along at this point so I can keep offering these messages for you. So thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, pile number two. We have the Carnelian. Let's go ahead and see what we've got for you. You have slowing down, simply love, eagle, spirit, spirit has your back. And the empowering question that came out for you is there something I should let go of to be able to move forward? Ooh, I like this. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to offer for this message. So pile number 2, I am feeling, we'll pull some tarot cards, but I think I have an idea what this message is about. Yep. Okay, this is a heart forgiveness issue. Yeah. Wow. Look at all these cups. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Pile number 2. If you are not in a relationship right now and you are trying to manifest one, or hoping to manifest one. Oh my God. And as I said that, it was the Magician and literally the Wheel of Fortune. I couldn't have picked those any better if I tried. Yeah, this is a heart healing issue. Maybe this has to do with you healing this one last thing before you enter into a relationship that spirit is trying to bring to you. But there's just this one last little bit of heart healing that your soul wants to happen for you. And right now it might not feel so fun because heart healing stuff, when it's coming up, you know, until you get to the point where you can heal it, it kind of comes up as all the sadness and the emotions and all of the feelings that you've been carrying around. So right now you might be feeling that. But what I'm feeling is this Simply Love card is showing me heart healing and specifically forgiveness from things, from someone in your past, someone very important to you that made some decisions or did some things that just really didn't work out all that well for you, and it has caused you a lot of pain over the years. But the specific message that I'm getting is, if you listen to pile number 1, we talked about that fresh perspective and how sometimes getting fresh perspective on an old situation is all you need to almost instantly heal it. And that's what I'm feeling. This is almost a continuation. But I had gotten a message on this actually right before I did the video. That's why I knew what this was coming in. Yeah, this is saying that, like, if you look back on that old situation and you realize what the person who took those actions, and I'm feeling like this might be a caretaker and a parent, specifically your mother or father, possibly even both. What those decisions that person made at that time, if you can go back and look at the circumstances that were going on in their life and just try to have a little bit of empathy and insight into what they might have been going through, that is probably all of the perspective shift that you're going to need to be able to finally let this thing go and to heal it. Because this forgiveness issue is kind of the last rock bottom one that needs to heal in your heart before you're ready for this relationship. The 2 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Magician, like this, I feel like this is for a very small group of people, but is a really powerful message for that small group of people. If you don't fit into the category, you pick this pile, but you don't fit into the category where you feel like you're right there upon the manifestation of a relationship, this could be manifesting anything. Whatever this heart healing thing is holding you back from manifesting this. Like, it is literally keeping you away from it. And that is your soul right now, is what is keeping you away from it. Because your soul is really, really, really wanting to heal this thing before you move forward. And it doesn't want to take this thing into this beautiful new relationship that's coming. And it doesn't want to take this thing into your future at all, because this thing is making you feel bad. And this thing has been holding you back, and this thing has been weighing you down. So the slowing down, it's been holding you down and slowing you down, even though you might not have realized how much it was affecting you. But if you lean into this thing, this heart healing thing, I am specifically feeling abandonment wounds. I'm sorry, I'm specifically feeling this is for someone who either your father left and your mother was then emotionally absent, or the opposite, your mother left and then your dad was emotionally absent, or somehow you're feeling this abandonment wound. This is an abandonment wound is what I'm feeling. But the thing is, if you can look at where they were at that time and what was going on in their life at that time, you might be able to find that little bit of fresh perspective that puts just a little bit of space in between this thing and your heart. Backs it off of you just a little bit. And then if you can look at it again and go, wow, you know, I guess that probably was really tough for that person. Then it creates just a little bit more space. And if you can go just a little bit deeper on that and go, wow, you know what, I guess I can't say I would have done any different because I wasn't there and I wasn't dealing with those circumstances. And I'm sure that this person was trying to do the best that they could, but they were kind of ignorant to the fact of what their choices were doing to you. And then the message that came in after that was that you can't get mad at a person for being ignorant, because ignorance just means that you don't know what you don't know. So if somebody doesn't know what they don't know, or they don't know the effects of what something is going to have, then maybe we can find just a little bit of forgiveness. It doesn't make the thing that they did okay, but if we can get that little bit of space and get just that little bit of forgiveness to go, okay, you know what, I'm going to let you off the hook a little bit here because I don't know what you were going through, and I can't really say that I would have handled it any differently if I had been in that place with those choices, with those circumstances at that time, you know, all of those things. If you can find just that, this thing is going to snap. And when it snaps and you can let it go, just let the weight of it go. You don't have to focus on the whole thing. Just let the weight of it go. Feel that in your heart and feel that kind of expansiveness, because it'll kind of take, you know, it's almost like you've been walking around with somebody stepping on your chest and kind of making it hard for you to breathe. But when you can find this little bit of forgiveness, it's like that weight is going to lift off. And when you do, that's that last thing. And then this wheel of fortune is going to start turning here. And you are this magician. So all of these things that you have been wanting for and hoping for and praying for and all of these things, once you do this, they're all going to start coming in. Your cups are going to get full. That's what that 10 of cups is. And if that's the relationship you're looking for, you get the 2 of cups. But this 10 of cups to me is also self-love, self-care, your inner peace, you just feeling good. And also being able to manifest all of the good things you want. When you get this out of your way, this is going to be so much easier. So I love that for you, pile number 2. And the Carnelian, I can see why the Carnelian wanted to come out with this pile now, because it is representing sacral chakra. This emotional pain and this hurt and this forgiveness work, it is in your sacral chakra, which is about 2 inches below your belly button. That is your orange energy center. And all of this emotional baggage gets kind of clogged up in that sacral chakra area. If you carry extra weight on your stomach, that is probably why. Most people with a lot of sacral chakra pain kind of going on that needs to be healed. That extra weight is there trying to protect you. And when you heal this, guess what? That's another magical side effect. When you heal this and you feel good within yourself, that extra weight is also going to release, because weight is there to emotionally protect you. So when you don't need the emotional protection because you've healed your heart, then your body will release the weight because you no longer need it for the emotional protection. So I love that for you, pile number 2. I wish you some very beautiful heart healing, and I'm excited for that relationship in your manifestations. And oops. All right, and we'll go ahead with pile number 3. Sorry guys, I'm not editing these videos because I'm kind of new to this, and I'm gonna make them fancier, but for right now I'm just rolling through these, and I'm finding that this is good. The timestamps are going to be below, so if you want to skip straight to your pile, that is the best way to do it. Just go ahead and click on the description and click on your timestamp. Okay, pile number 3, we have Love Abounds. Wow, we are getting a lot of love messages today. Fox Spirit, think on your feet. Postponement. And your empowering question is, what is the most important thing for me in this moment? Okay, and we have the Citrine card. I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot to see a little bit more. And while I'm shuffling these tarot cards, thank you again for coming into my brand new channel here, Turquoise Moon Tarot, I guess we'll call it. It's been a long time and a long journey for me to get on this YouTube channel. This was a big fear of mine for a long time. But here I am, and I'm having a lot of fun with this. So if you are enjoying these videos and getting anything out of it, I would so appreciate a like and a comment, and join my subscribers list to kind of get this channel up and off the ground. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups. We have the 6 of Wands. Oh, we got a bunch here. Okay. We got the 9 of Wands, the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. Wow. Okay. Well, pile number 3, I see a couple of different things that could be going on here. I'm seeing from these cards that at first glance, I think this could be a love reading. These cards I could definitely interpret into a love reading, but that's not what I'm getting out of this, and it's not what I'm getting with this citrine stone either. I am thinking that this is actually a career move. Yeah, this is, and okay, here's what I'm feeling. You've been stuck in a situation that is not in alignment with who you are, who you want to be, your most authentic self, your natural talents and skills, your personality, your, the things you like to do, your interests, somehow the career section here has gotten to the point where it is just showing itself to you that it is just not it. You know it's not right for you, but you're feeling scared to take a leap, and also not believing in yourself that you can do it yet. You want to be there, and you're teetering on it, but you keep talking yourself out of it. And I'm feeling like a lot of people around you may also be trying to talk you out of it. Like you might be trying to go make the leap to go do the thing that you love, but out of fear, they're like pulling you back. And see this guy here, this Nine of Wands, he's exhausted. He's exhausted by, he's been battling and battling through this thing. But he's exhausted by trying to make himself fit into something that just doesn't fit anymore. He wants to go be this guy over here. He wants to go be the Six of Wands, the victory. And he's going to be. This is you. When I'm saying he, I'm only talking about the person on the card here. But this is representing you. And you are exhausted. You want to be here, but you're feeling like you're here. And right now, this is all you're being able to see. Is this kind of dark, gloomy. Things are feeling hopeless and you're feeling stuck. But you've got all of this Wands energy that is stirring up these things inside of you. And there's so much orange energy, so much fire. And we are in Aries season right now. So between the Fox and all of these Wands cards, it's just like, this is fire. This is Aries. This is also Leo, Sagittarius, even Scorpio. We have the King of Cups as the Scorpio card. Yeah, and all of that is like stirring this up in you to just get you to the point where you take the leap of faith and you walk away from the thing that you know isn't right and you go do the thing that you want to do. And Spirit's saying that you've been postponing this and thinking about it and kicking it over, kicking it around in your mind for quite a while now. But Fox is saying it's time to start taking action towards that thing. Like, you know what that thing is. You've had it kicking around, whether this is you starting a side business, whether this is you quitting one job. I feel like this might be a total career change. This might be, it could be leaving your job and becoming an entrepreneur. It could be, I've got a college degree in this, but you know what? My soul just doesn't want to do that anymore. And a total career change. That's what I'm feeling, is like this total change, but it's needed. And you are going to feel so much better. I love that you have the King of Cups and the Six of Wands. Both of those are showing me like victory. You are going to feel so awesome. And your heart is going to be full. Your heart is going to be so much more full when you're doing this thing that you love. And this citrine stone I can see came out because that is a stone of power. And you know what? This is solar plexus. So we were just talking about in the pile number 2 about the sacral chakra, where the emotional baggage can get held. Your solar plexus chakra is about 2 inches above your belly button. That is yellow, looks like a sun, and that is where your belief in yourself, your confidence, your personal power. And this is calling you to dig deep into that. Now you see how much yellow we have here. Wow, that's amazing. As soon as I said that, I could look down and see all the yellow. But this is calling on you to believe in you and to choose you and to go do the thing, even though you might not be so popular for it, even though people around you might say, what are you doing? And they might get upset, but this is for you. And this is like for the whole rest of your life to feel better. Like, you deserve this. You can do this. You have this talent. I believe in you. Please start believing in yourself. I think that is the biggest message for all of us, man. We don't believe in ourselves enough. We got to stop kicking our own butts and start being our own cheerleaders. And that's what this is saying. And what is the most important thing for you in this moment? To choose yourself. To choose yourself. You know that thing doesn't sit right with you. You know what you want. Just go do it. Think on your feet, Fox says. Like, make a plan of action and just get going. Just do it. And when you do, when you take that leap of faith, because I think what you're going towards, pile number 3, you're going towards your soul purpose. You're going towards the thing that is going to light you up. You're going towards the thing that is going to make you happier, more fulfilled, more prosperous, the whole thing. You're going for your life purpose. So you are spiritually assisted in that. When you know that this thing is really going to be good for you and is really showcasing and offering your talents and your gifts, especially if you can do anything of service to help other people, you are going to be so spiritually assisted in this. I love that. I don't know if I've ever put those words together, but I like that. Spiritually assisted. And so that's when the miracles and the synchronicities and the things are going to line up and the doors are going to open and the opportunities, and you're going to bump into this person and it's going to open the door. That's when all this stuff is coming. That's what I mean by spiritually assisted. The minute that you decide that you're going to choose you and you're going to go do the thing, like, Spirit's going to get to work to help you do the thing, and you're going to be happier for it. So I love that for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining my channel. I am Turquoise Moon. Thank you for joining me for another pick a card reading. I am going to put all of the links to the decks that I've used in this video down below. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to check out everything I have going on, because it is a lot of different things. I have an Etsy shop and all of that. You can check out my website at turquoisemoonstudios.com, and you'll find all the links to everything I got going on there. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, and you have a wonderful day.